The Ho'oponopono technique is a Hawaiian practice of reconciliation and forgiveness that simply means correction in English, or to make right. If you experience discord in your relationships or negative circumstances at any time, you can release and reverse it at its root cause through the forgiveness of the self. Since it's the full moon, it might be a good idea to practice this technique throughout your day to help you navigate through past hurts and feelings of resentment, because the full moon is a perfect time to release all resistance to what you desire to create, be, do, and have in your life from your energy field. You might want to practice this technique daily as a cleansing ritual to protect against and repel negative emotions and circumstances. You can do this by simply looking into your very own eyes in the mirror and telling yourself over and over again, I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I forgive myself. Thank you. You can even adapt the energy technique of EFT to layer your healing practice. EFT, which stands for Emotional Freedom Technique, is basically an energy psychology. It's sort of like acupuncture, but without the pins. It's an age-old holistic Chinese healing and coping mechanism that helps with managing stress, anxiety, anger, depression, and so much more using the energetic system within the body. It's really safe, so just about anyone can do it, and it can be very effective when used correctly. The technique helps to clear away blockages, hindering the energetic meridians in the body. When these passages are blocked with stagnant or negative energy, we experience discomfort in our relationships with others, dis-ease in our bodies, and chaos and havoc in our worlds, which causes stress on our emotional worlds, draining us spiritually and mentally. When these passages are properly cleared, beneficial and resourceful energy can freely flow. Then much more desirable demonstrations can be expressed and experienced on a more consistent and frequent basis, spiritually, emotionally, physically, and even financially, almost immediately. By tapping lightly on designated points along the face and body, coupled with a verbalized script zoned in on a specific problem, summed up with a positive phrase, this is all called creating a basic recipe. One can balance the energy within their body system and relieve all kinds of pains in the physical body, including illness, emotional discomforts, allergic reactions, phobias, and so much more. This technique is really fun, and when practiced on a consistent daily basis, you can see results in as little as 30 days or even sooner. Now, EFT is not hypnosis, cognitive behavioral therapy, NLP, prayer, laying on of hands, Reiki, therapeutic touch, quantum healing, or any other technique that would be considered similar to these. It should also not be used to replace a licensed medical doctor. But when used correctly, EFT can enhance your life on all levels, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, and physically, which will then cause you to feel and attract more abundance in your life. Seek professional help before beginning if you are unsure if this technique is for you. However, when used correctly, EFT is easy, fun, and safe. So safe that even children can do it. And aside from that, it is known to be extremely effective and very inexpensive. We are composed of energy, actual electrical currents. This energy or electrical current is like your helper in a sense. It warns you when you are touching something too hot, or when you've cut yourself or banged yourself up. That pain you feel is really an electrical current sending a signal to your brain that something is wrong and that you need to react or respond. For instance, you jump in the car headed to work and you're running late, so you're rushing a bit, and you spill hot coffee all over your hand. That sensation you felt after your brain signaled to you that your hand had been burning will cause you to say ouch. That was the energy in your body, and that's its main goal, to signal what's going on around us and within us. And it's not only pain these electrical messages transfer along to us. It also lets us know when our bread or cakes are done through our nose and which is which with our eyes. Each of our senses is attached to these energy or electrical currents. These energy or electrical currents send their messages to the brain through meridians, which can be likened to electrical circuits. Basically, the currents flow through the body's system from every single part, all leading back to the central zone, the brain. When stagnant or negative energy gets clogged in these meridians or their vortexes, that's when we feel uncomfortable in our bodies and around others. So other areas of our lives begin to suffer because we just don't feel well. Here's a great picture of when your energy is out of balance and how it might feel. When you were a child, did you ever put your shoes on the wrong feet? Sure, they didn't fit, but didn't they fit? Sure, they fit, but didn't they feel funny and uncomfortable? And maybe you were able to play with the other children for a little while, but you couldn't really engage as much as you would have liked because you were uncomfortable. And if no adult or other kid that was smarter came along to tell you, hey, your shoes are on the wrong feet, you probably just went through the entire day just like that, with your shoes on the wrong feet. This is precisely how it feels when your energy doesn't circulate properly, like you have your shoes on the wrong feet. Tapping or EFT is an effective and fun way to align with your core frequency, get back in your body and out of your head so you can feel and experience life just as you were created to, in blissful freedom. So what if you coupled the EFT and Ho'oponopono technique? I can imagine that you'll experience rapid healing and transformation in your life if you doubled down and layered these two powerful healing mechanisms. In fact, that's what I've been doing ever since the beginning of the year. I've been challenging myself to practice the Ho'oponopono technique every day for an entire year and post a video on my TikTok. I'm just 7 days in, and now I'm going to add EFT to my challenge. I already know how effective just doing EFT alone can be, which is why I decided to begin teaching it a few years ago. I can't wait to share with you what I experienced at the end of the year now that I've decided to couple it with Ho'oponopono.